Hello, welcome to this 20-minute Vinyasa flow practice today. We'll start in a wide-legged child's pose, so bring the knees to the edges of the mat and the big toes to touch. And then walking the arms out in front of you, lowering the forehead down to the mat and drawing the hips down to the heels. Closing down the eyes here. And just start to draw your attention inwards. Start to draw your attention to your breath. And take notice of how you feel today. How does your body feel? How does your mind feel? Option to keep the arms where they are, or option to bend at the elbows, taking the hands to prayer at the base of the skull. And just really surrender into this child's pose. Surrender into this 20 minutes that you've gifted for yourself. And when you're ready, just walking the hands in towards you, bringing the knees to touch together, sitting on the heels, and take a side stretch over to one side, taking the other hand down to the mat. And when you're ready, switching sides, taking that side stretch on the other side. And then coming back up to neutral. We'll clasp the fingertips together, turning them upwards so the palms are facing up towards the sky. And just draw the arms backwards slightly to feel this deep stretch in the shoulders. Before you release, walking the hands out in front of you, bringing the knees so they're hip distance apart and finding this tabletop position. We'll take a few rounds of cats and cows here, so just dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, rounding through the spine, tucking the chin towards the chest. Inhale, arching through the spine. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. And finding a neutral spine. Shift the left leg back so it straightens before you lift it up, finding one long line, flexing the toes down towards the mat. And as you exhale, drawing that left knee towards the left elbow, planting the foot down, coming up to the fingertips, or feel free to use some blocks or books to help you support here. Finding this low lunge position before you inhale, reaching the arms tall, and as you exhale, bending at the elbows, finding this cactus pose. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Cactus the arms, drawing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. This time, as you exhale, twist the arms towards the left leg, finding this parallel position with the arms. Before you windmill the right arm down, then the left to frame the front foot, stepping the left foot back to downward facing dog. You can keep a generous bend in the knees here. It's our first down dog together today, so just really easing into this posture. Aiming for length in the spine and keeping the hips high, drawing those heels down to the mat. And on your next inhale, allow the knees to drop to the mat, finding that tabletop position. Before you exhale, reaching that right leg back this time, flexing the toes down towards the mat and lifting it up to create one long line. And on your next exhale, drawing that right knee in between the hands, planting the foot down to find this low lunge. Coming up to the fingertips. And on your next inhale, allowing the arms to rise. Have the palms facing towards each other. And as you exhale, just cactusing the arms here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. This time, as you exhale, rotating the arms and the body towards the right leg. Taking the gaze back with you, finding this twist. Before you plant the left hand down, windmilling the arms down to frame the front foot, and stepping the right foot back to join left in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, coming up high on the toes, roll through the spine all the way forwards to find plank. And as you exhale, lift the hips high, finding downward facing dog. Inhale, rounding through the spine, shifting the weight forwards, finding plank. And exhale, lift the hips high, shifting back to downward facing dog. Option to keep moving through this plank and down dog, or option to, as you roll all the way forwards, allow the hips to totally lower, finding this up dog position. And exhale, waving through the spine, downward facing dog. Inhale, finding that plank or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, allow the feet to widen to the edges of the mat. And as you exhale, with the left hand, taking a hold of the right ankle, finding this down dog twist, and taking the gaze up towards the armpit of the right arm. When you're ready, releasing the hand back down to the mat, taking a hold of the left ankle with the right hand, gazing up towards the left armpit here. Then releasing the right hand down to the mat, stepping the feet in to find parallel, finding this down dog. Before gazing up to between the hands, stepping to the top of the mat, left foot, right foot. Placing the hands on the shins, coming straight up into a halfway lift. And exhale, folding over the legs, bending into the knees. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up to the sky, coming up to standing. And exhale, bringing the hands down through heart center. Inhale, lifting the arms up, seeing if you can take a gentle back bend here. And as you exhale, diving forwards, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, folding over, stepping back with the right foot, dropping the right knee. And as you inhale, sweeping the arms forwards and up to find this low lunge. Exhale, planting the hands down to frame the foot. Stepping the left foot back to tabletop. Before you shift the hips back down towards the heels, finding a child's pose here. Inhale, taking the gaze forwards, shifting the weight all the way forwards to modified plank before you exhale, bending the elbows in, lowering the chest and the chin. Inhale, pressing through the hands, finding cobra here. And exhale, shifting the weight back into a downward facing dog. Just holding here for a few breaths. On your next inhale, gazing between the hands, stepping left foot, right foot to the top of the mat, coming straight up into our halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up to the sky, taking that gentle back bend. And exhale, bringing the hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, diving forwards, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, planting the hands, stepping back with the left foot this time, dropping the left knee, sweeping the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, planting the hands to frame the right foot, stepping the right foot back to tabletop, and then sitting the hips back to find child's pose. Inhale, gazing between the hands, shift the hips all the way forwards to modified plank, bending the elbows in to lower the chest and chin. Inhale, pressing through the hands, find cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, shifting the weight back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gazing between the hands, stepping forwards with the left leg, finding this lunge, rotating the right foot out to 45 degrees, and windmill the arms up, bringing yourself all the way up into this warrior two position. So arms are reaching to either side of the room. On your next exhale, taking that left elbow to left knee, reaching the right arm all the way over towards the front of the room. This is our extended side angle pose. Option to take that left hand down towards the mat, or even bring it to a block. On your next exhale, allow that top arm to bring you all the way back up, straightening the front leg and reaching up and over with the left arm, taking the right hand to the calf or thigh, finding this reverse triangle. As you exhale, allow that top arm to bring you all the way back up, bending into that front knee to find warrior two one last time, before windmilling the arms down to frame the foot and stepping back to plank or straight into a downward facing dog. Taking our vinyasa, so either lowering the knees or keeping them high. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming back to your breath here. Inhale, bringing that right knee in towards the chest, planting the foot down between the hands, finding this high lunge first. Before you exhale, rotating that back foot to 45 degrees, windmilling the arms forwards and up to find this warrior two. Reaching those arms to opposite sides of the room, maintaining the bend in the front knee. And on your next exhale, lowering that right elbow to right knee, finding this extended side angle by reaching the top arm all the way forwards to the front of the room. Option to lower that right hand down to the mat or to the block. And on your next inhale, allow that top arm to bring you all the way back up to warrior two before you straighten the front leg, flipping the palm of the right hand, shifting all the way back into this reverse triangle, taking a hold of the calf or thigh with the left hand, taking the gaze up to the top arm. On your next exhale, allow that top arm to bring you all the way back up, bending into that front knee to find warrior two, before windmilling the arms down to frame the front foot, stepping back to plank, taking your vinyasa or stepping straight back into a downward facing dog. We'll all meet in down dog whenever you're ready. We'll take the feet to the width edge of the mat now, turning the toes out, bringing the heels in, and walking the hands in towards you. We'll find our yogic squat, our Malasana. Feel free to sit on any cushions or any blocks. Bring the hands towards heart center in prayer. You may need to hold the hips a bit higher here. And on your next inhale, standing through the legs, bring yourself all the way up to standing. And then standing towards the center of your mat, we'll find a balance here. So bring your hands to heart center, lifting one leg, seeing if you can bend into your supporting leg. And staying here, option to wrap that leg around the other, even wrapping the toes around the standing leg ankle. Finding our eagle pose, option to cross the arms, one arm under the other, seeing if you can place the fingertips of the lower arm into the palm of the other. When you're ready, just releasing this cross now and coming to stand on both legs. Inhale, switching sides, drawing the other knee in towards the center, bending into that standing leg. And staying here to test your balance, or option to wrap that top leg around the supporting leg. And even wrapping the arms the opposite way to what you've done before. Or just keeping the hands in prayer. Finding this eagle pose, this standing balance. And just releasing the arms and the legs. And then come to stand at the top of your mat. And just diving forwards, finding a forward fold. When you're ready, bending into the knees, come all the way into a crouch, so coming up high on the toes, walking the fingertips out in front of you and just drawing the forehead down over the knees, really curving the spine. And when you're ready, sitting back, taking a hold of behind the knees and gently rock on the spine, finding a playfulness here. Come all the way up to sitting with the legs crossed. We'll find a twist here, so just tucking in that left leg, standing the right foot over the left, wrapping the left arm around the right thigh and walking the right fingertips all the way around towards the base of the spine, finding this gentle twist here. Feeling the stretch in the right thigh. Exhale, coming back to center, switching sides, so standing over the right thigh with the left foot. Inhale, reaching the right arm tall, before wrapping that right arm around the left thigh, walking the left fingertips round towards the base of the spine, taking the gaze back with you. Exhale, coming all the way back to center, bringing the feet to parallel, bringing the arms out in front of you and gently roll down through the spine all the way to lie flat on the mat. Hugging in the knees, taking a hold of the shins or just below the knees. And then reaching the legs up tall, flexing the toes, and just allow the legs to hang here. Bringing the arms down beside you. And then you can stay here, or option to shift the weight up, bringing the hands to the lower back, finding a shoulder stand here. So we're aiming to create one long line from the shoulders all the way through to the toes, to just allow the elbows to support you. Option to draw the knees in towards the ears, finding this plow pose, taking the toes over the head, and even clasping the hands onto the mat. Wherever you are now, gently lower yourself all the way down, really taking your time here. And then creating a diamond with the hands underneath the lower back, straightening out the legs, seeing if you can lift up onto the crown of the head. This is a great release of the back after our shoulder stand. Feel free just to stay lying as well. When you're ready, just releasing these postures, releasing the hands. Taking the feet out wide, allow the ankles to roll out. The arms down beside you, palms facing up towards the sky. And just completely surrender now. Surrender your weight into the earth. Allow the muscles to relax after all that hard work. Allow the mind to relax. And just gifting yourself these moments of peace. These moments just for yourself. And just for your breath. Feel free to pause the video and stay here in Shavasana as long as you'd like. If you'd like to finish with me, just gently roll over to one side and bring yourself up to seating. Keeping the eyes closed, we'll let the hands rest in the lap. I thank you for joining me for this 20-minute yoga practice. Taking this moment to thank yourself for coming to your mat today. The light in me sees, loves and honors the light in each of you. We'll bow the head. Namaste.